Contract drafting for optimal dispute resolution. What are we talking about there? What does this all mean? How does this play out? How do I know where to go and what to do? Let's say you're a business owner or you're an employer and you're entering into some sort of an agreement. It could be with an employee. It certainly could be as a business owner, you're entering into an agreement with another party. So a vendor, a contractor, a manufacturer, anybody that you're going to do business with, essentially, you should be signing off on a contract. And when you sign off on a contract, there's usually something in that contract called a dispute resolution clause. And that dispute resolution clause, you're always going to want to review it to make sure it includes certain things. And then this is where, if you're involved in the creation process, where you're going to have your attorney get involved in the creation process or the editing process or the modification process of that provision, there are certain things that you can consider. I'm a business owner in New York. So if there's going to be a dispute, number one, the first thing I want to make sure is that New York law governs, right? As a New York citizen, as a business owner in New York, I want to be sure that New York law governs my disputes. So that's something that I want to consider. So you'll often see something that will say something to the effect of, all claims or disputes herein shall be governed by the laws of the state of New York, or the laws of the state of Florida, or the laws of the state of New Jersey, right? Number one. Number two is jurisdiction and venue. Well, that's nice to know that the laws of, let's say, New York are governing this claim. But where is this dispute going to be heard? Okay, well, that's where we want to also reference that any and all disputes arising out of this agreement shall be brought before the courts of the state of New York, shall be brought before a court of competent jurisdiction in the state of New York. So using the word shall, it's mandatory language, it's always recommended, and listing the state where you wish to bring a claim is very, very important. To take it a step further, so that's your jurisdiction. Now let's discuss venue. What is venue? Venue alludes to the specific county where we want the dispute to be heard. So if I'm a New York City business owner, I want all claims being subject to the laws of the state of New York. I want any dispute resolution to be resolved in the state of New York. And I want all disputes to take place or to be initiated in the county of New York. Now, whether that's arbitration, mediation, litigation, it doesn't matter. That's something to decide after this or with this concurrently, but that's something to consider. What else do we want to add? We want to be certain there's something called forum nonconvenience. That is when a party that's in another state, let's say, so let's say you're contracting with a company in California, and we have those provisions set up, and we sue them in court, and they come in, and of course, this day and age with the virtual components, things are shifting, but still, they come in from California, and they come to the court and say, Your Honor, we respectfully request that this matter be taken out of the New York court system because this is a non-convenient forum for us. We shouldn't be forced to litigate here. And they provide a whole, bunch of information why. Well, this company might be in New York, but this used to be another company, and this dispute occurred in California. The parties were all in California. Everything suggests that this actually belongs in California. Well, what we want to do in a contract is we want to specifically state that parties waive. So the parties waive, there's a full waiver of any claim based upon forum nonconvenience. And the idea being is that we want it to be known that no party can come in later in time. They've signed this contract and say that they're not going to be subject to the New York courts for any reason whatsoever. So that waiver will be very important. If you have any questions, if there's any follow-up, if you want to know more about these topics, feel free to email us or call us at 646-386-0990. And send us a note. Let us know what it is that you'd like to hear next time, because we as business attorneys are here to provide value. We're here to hopefully give everybody a general sense of the legal process and educate everybody a little bit about what the law looks like. Once again, I'm Ross Pitcoff of the Pitcoff Law Group, and I will see everybody next time.